Okay. Man, we pulled in $1,000 that day. Not too bad, all things
Yeah,
considered.
not too shabby.
Yeah, largely parsnips based, but you know, there it is. 300 times faster than... Man, I had actually done some math before I started that sentence to figure out exactly how much faster it was, but then whenever I'm doing like negative multiplication, I always do it wrong. Times less time.
Yeah. 300% less would be times 0.03.
Right. 300... Anyway, way faster.
I was waiting for how long it was.
Yeah.
We're just like, yeah, shorter. It's shorter.
Yeah,
That's what
way
I'm
shorter.
saying.
Yeah. I don't want to come back to the lair.
Leaving his house and coming back is never an option.
Right,
not
'cause
in
it's-
the same day.
Not in the same day.
You have to
It'll
go eat some chocolate and have a sleep before you can go talk to him again.
That's right. Just go home just shaking like beer and a cigarette. Just like... oh. Just like shattered detective stereotype character.
Yeah. The bottle of whiskey and a cigarette. Your little snub barrel revolver sitting on the table.
Just looking at it.
But I like all my buddies streaming now because it's like, hey, you want to play video games?
Yes.
They say yes much more frequently.
Yeah. I've been going back and watching some of our early Stardew Valley stuff, and it's like, man, that was just a time where it's like, man, we're probably not going to be quarantined for that long.
Oh man, yeah.
Hopefully we
Back
have the
when there
time.
was still hope in our lives. Like,
Some of the files sort of like towards the end of year one.
right before the madness of year one.
Yeah, like the third quarter, I guess, was lost. And so there's a great transition between like summertime of year one and wintertime of year one, where we're both happy summertime year one, and then we're both losing our minds. And it goes, it's just like, it's one of the best like time transitions.
Yeah, summer, this is going great. We're doing really well. Getting to the community center. Jump to winter. Where the fuck is all that?
And I physically, you know, like my hair was still, it was okay, you know, and at that point, and like I was still clean shaven because I was still expecting to go back to work any second. And then winter times is like wearing a hat, scruffy, just like. Yeah, it's great.
I still, you know, whenever we can see each other again, I want to do a rock band stream really bad. I think that would be so fun.
That is a great. I freaking love Rock Band. I freaking love it.
We talked about that before when we thought there was hope that we could see each other again this year.
Right. That's right. So the same thing that led to the they're gonna be so mad is when I started to really get the word supple into everyone's lexicon.
Oh no!
It's just supple.
I hate that word so much. And fantasy writers really like describing women as supple, and it's awful every single time. It's just like male fantasy authors, pretty good at world building, absolutely god awful at writing women.
Yeah. Did you ever read? There was an Onion article about. I don't think it was fantasy authors specifically, but it was like male author really getting irritating with asking women how women would do stuff. It's like, now I know how I would try to escape from a meat locker that I was trapped in, but I just want to know, how would a woman do it? I mean, I can tell you immediately all the different, where I would start to try to find different ways to survive, but I'm just wondering, how would a woman do it?
Every sex scene in written media, women are immediately like, that was written by a man. I don't think they've ever asked a woman how they feel.
Right. Yeah, definitely another side to that coin. Yeah. Understatement, Shifty. Yeah. Yeah.
I really like fantasy books, but there's parts of them that are just like, good God.
Like, okay, I guess we're just going to cringe our way through this. That's not why I'm reading this book.
Yeah. This book's about wizards, and that's the part I cared about. Can we talk about wizards?
Can we, and like, you know, lightning bolts? Did you guys change your character names this time around? Yes, this time we're just ourselves, Nick and Steven.
Because we live in the darkest timeline.
Yep.
Because we were originally gonna do
Jimmy and Tychus, yeah.
Because StarCraft's pretty dark.
Yeah.
But this joke's funnier.
You in the market for weird wizard sex? Are you being baited?
Sure, I might
catfished?
be. Yeah, I think I might be being catfished right now. But I'm gonna go with yes and see where it goes. Oh, cutscene!
Cutscene! Saved by the cutscene.
Hard transition to talking about the community center.
Oh, hi there. Hey, Mayor Lewis.
I think actually all the Jojo Mart tasks might just be throwing money at them.
Oh, really? Okay. All right, here I go. I'm buying it.
Do it.
Join us. Thrive. Membership costs 5,000 United States golden nuggets. Would you like to join us? Well, I don't have the cash because I bought a backpack.
Tiger King was the beginning of quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't that feel like so long ago?
Yeah, we've made it to the end of July, both incredibly quickly and incredibly slowly. Was it you who put it as like the days are long but the weeks are short?
Yes.
Or something like that.
Oh, it is the end of July, isn't it? What? Oh, it's the cat. Link was sleeping in the bushes, and I was like, "There's a big slime in the woods."
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Oh, no.
I started swinging, and I was like, "Why am I not doing any?" Oh, it's Link. Hi.
Hey, Dark Link.
Dark Link was my boy in Brawl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I discovered the joy of Ike.
Ike is really fun.
When you can send people off the map at 70%, feels great. You get them with the tip of the sword on your left and right C sticks. They're just gone.
Oh yeah. Man, did you ever play Darkest Dungeon, Shifty?
I've been playing it a lot recently again. Have you tried Butcher Circus yet?
No.
It's pretty fun. It's like multiplayer PvP.
What?
Yeah, it's PvP. So they're not tied to your campaign. They're just their own heroes when you go into the Butcher Circus.
Oh, okay.
And they're all individual trinkets and stuff and skills.
Huh.
And then you build your team of 4, no repeats, and then you go and fight someone else's team of 4, no repeats.
Interesting.
It's pretty fun. My buddy and I have been doing that.
So it was 2015. I'd meant to get a haircut in like October of 2014, and I just hadn't gotten around to it. And so then summer of 2015 comes around. Bonnaroo hair's probably a little longer. I was there working, and one of my friends said, well, why don't you just tie your hair up? You know, it's really hot outside. You can get it off your neck. It's like, oh. And that changed the game. It's like, wow, this is like getting a haircut instantly. And I don't actually have to go through the getting a haircut process. And so then I was just able to lean into that laziness for the next year and a half.
That sounds a lot like how I grew a beard.
Oh, yeah? Listen, get that honesty out of here. Ain't no room for that. Well said. Also, so sadly topical. Don't try to confuse me with your facts. I forget who said that earnestly. Somebody said that earnestly.
That doesn't surprise me. Not much does these days, though. Something god-awful happens. You're like, yeah, no, checks out.
I guess it might as well. It's 420. Making sure to walk through the most thick grass as possible.
It's important. Gotta do it sometimes.
Speaking of thick grass, 420.
Wizard, I need to meet you so I can start giving you gifts so that you'll let me change my god-awful hair.
If there is a sentence that sums up 2020 and my hair experience right now, you nailed it.
You need to let me in.
It's going to require magic.
Maybe I'll just cover up my awful haircut with a hat.
Oh, yeah, just throw a hat on. I've certainly used that strategy before in real life.
Oh, yeah, same.
Yeah. Looks like this is a hat day. Yes. This is a very warm hat, I'm realizing. I can't laugh too much because I jingle. They jingle at the slightest provocation, these bells do. Did you see any of those sketches? I think they were college humor sketches with the April Fool.
Mm-mm.
It just does terrible, terrible April Fool stuff. And everyone hates him.
Blizzard April Fools were always my favorite.
Yeah. Were you playing StarCraft 2 when they gave everybody warhounds? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do. Cool. My favorite was, I think it was like 2012. They were like, bunkers are free in the patch notes. And so many people forgot it was April Fools.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're raging.
Was that the same year where at the very end of the patch notes they said fixed bug where Terran could lose? Was that year?
It might have been.
There's also one like fixed bug where planetary fortresses couldn't lift off.
Yeah.
And some of their April Fool's jokes turned into
Real things.
like Deckard Cain being added to Heroes of the Storm. I remember Blizzard leaking that there would be a Bard class in World of Warcraft. A Panda Bard. Seems like it would be the best.
Yeah, I'd play that.
The Panda Bard and the Panda Barbarian. I specifically remember the year where they gave everyone the Warhounds as their workers, because their justification included a recurring bit where they explained that every class was their favorite. Well, we definitely wanted to make sure that we reinforce our favorite class, Terran, by giving them back the Warhounds. But then we were thinking, like, how exactly would our favorite class, Zerg, be able to deal with that? We decided
So we gave Warhounds.
But then, of course, that left our favorite class, Protoss, out in the cold. Okay, I don't think I can keep this Jester hat on.
I don't think anyone will blame you.